This is Surrey Hills Radio.
That was awesome, folks. Don't sit down, I'll ask you a question. Oh, poor man's got a heavy guitar. By the way, Brooklands Radio, get in touch with them because they've just tweeted that they like our studio setup with the fact that you're sitting here in session. So there you go, Brooklands Radio over in Weybridge. Get in touch with them and, yeah, go and have a session with them. Why not? Good stuff. Before the session started, you made a quote, Grant, so I'm going to quote it, and I've lost it. Here we go. Yeah. There's more money to be lost than made in the music business. Explain.
Well, for some people, maybe not Ed Sheeran.
Well, it took him a long time to get there, though, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's just there's a lot of opportunities to do stuff, which is really good. So I set up my own record label, but you've got to put some money in to get your music out there, and you promote it to get the money back. There's also good things. I really like Spotify. You use that, don't you?
Yeah, it's great.
And I was talking about this yesterday. They're really great. You can find all your favourite tunes on there, but for each play, the artist only gets about a fraction of a penny.
Yeah.
So you've really got to be playing in the thousands to get anything that you can actually take down the shop. So yeah. But
so is your record label just for the pair of you, your recordings, or do you release other people?
I've only got 2 tracks out on iTunes because it does cost a bit to get your music out there. So
is it? Okay, all right.
I'd like to get some more things.
So
out.
I mean, as somebody who doesn't know, then how does that work? For anybody listening out there who's unsigned or new artist, then how does it work?
Yeah. Well, there's 2, as far as I know, 2 major digital distributors that you can use as an independent artist. One is called TuneCore, and the other is CD Baby. And they're basically the middleman that gets your music from you to Amazon or iTunes, Spotify. Okay. And because it's fairly easy, you're not dealing with a physical product. You upload the song, and they have an agreement with the major digital outlets, because Apple won't deal with individual people to make deals, so that they kind of take care of the business side of it. So you just upload your stuff and off
through them. Okay, right. So that's how it works. I honestly didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's probably, I think it's about 10. Well, they do it in dollars, but it's probably about £10 to get your track on there. But you've got to get it mastered and everything. That's where probably more of the cost goes. Right. If you want to do an album, maybe it's £50.
Yeah. But other than that, it's just I mean, I know we've had a number of what I might call independent artists like Martin Joseph. You might have heard, or Brian Houston came in for he came in to sing a song back in February and stayed for an hour and a half and did several songs and a big interview. But I mean, it's BrianHouston.com. He's got his record label, Martin Joseph, the same Pipe Records. So yeah, but they tour incessantly and they sell CDs, and that's where their money comes from. But I mean, Martin was signed to Epic or Sony or something back in the 80s or something. But he's found the control things.
This is Surrey Hills Radio.
Yes, Surrey Hills Radio here on Sunday the 9th of July with our live session from Grant, Cox and Emily Kay in our Transmission Local show. So we've had a request from Dan and Nicola sitting in the garden, Dan and Nicola Joyce sitting in the garden. More accordion, please. So watch this place. I'm sure Emily has got an accordion in her hand, folks, so I'm sure there'll be a song coming up before too long that features the accordion, so watch this space. But I mean, what comes first for you in the songwriting process? Is it words, melody? How does it work?
Well, we're both into the melody probably more than the words, so I think for me words take a long time, but and you're very melodic. Emily is also a fantastic piano player. That's where you've sort of transferred your skills onto the accordion from, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the piano, it's just not as portable, and I think I totally love a good jam on the piano, but actually the accordion brings a bit more fun to the proceedings.
Just checking the volumes here, because have we got Emily's voice? Have we got Emily's voice there?
That's usually the best way to turn it down.
Oh, you're on dangerous territory here, boy. Most definitely not. Oh dear, I just thought of something I was going to say and it's gone now.
Speaking about the accordion, Emily is always coming up with ingenious ways to break her accordion. Then I have to become an expert at fixing it.
It does look fairly fragile, I must admit.
It's just gone through a bit of a... It was
only this morning that we actually managed to fix it. So
it was a tragedy at one point.
I think the trouble is that the accordion only sounds good when you've drunk some alcohol, and so often it's really when
So it is gin in that bottle of water.
Yes, it is. This is what's fueling today's radio slot from us. But yeah, no, I think it's just that awful thing where it gets to a certain o'clock, and then first I might reach for the bottle, and then I'll reach for the accordion with really dangerous consequences. So this accordion has seen quite a lot of action, hasn't it?
That was made in Germany, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah. So this one, in fact, I actually got it on eBay. It was sat on eBay, and the guy selling it was the master of understatement. He said, it's been sat in the loft. I don't know if it works, and it looks like there's a key broken. And I thought, that sounds like my kind of instrument. So I put some money down and was watching it, and then my dad said, "Oh, come on, put another tenner down." So we got to the grand total of £24.
Wow.
And it arrived in a bin bag, which is never, not the most auspicious starts in its life, but it arrived in a bin bag. I opened it up, and it's just a beautiful thing. It
does look beautiful,
absolutely fun and
that's beautiful. I mean, it's like one of those sort of like rehoused pets, isn't it? Like cats or dogs, sort of like a shabby dog or something in a dog's home, and it's got a loving owner and stuff.
Absolutely, and it arrived with a 1956 edition of the Accordion Player magazine. And I thought maybe it hasn't actually been played since that year. And
do you know when it was built?
I don't know too much about it, actually. Certainly, I guess it originates from that era, maybe slightly older. I'm not actually sure.
Okay. I just remember what I was thinking about telling you is that I mentioned David Kosler, who you know, and Greystone Records earlier, and on his Twitter feed there's a recent one I saw. It says something like songwriting tips number 101, write what you feel. So I suppose, and Brian Houston, when he was here earlier in the year, February, it said basically write down everything that occurs to you as and when it happens, and however you do that, whether it's on an iPhone or tablet or on a bit of paper, or like I would do, or whatever, and just write it down, because once the inspiration's gone, it's gone. So it's a case of coming back to it. I mean, would that kind of thing work for you? Is that how your lyrics come together?
Yeah, I think whenever the ideas come to you. I saw something, I think it was on Facebook earlier, that was a bit of a worry in terms of songwriting. There's a songwriting app that it seems to guide you along a certain path and slot all the pieces together, and I think it should be more natural than that. It should be just you strum your guitar or whatever, and just it should be more of a
your artistic
natural
talent comes out
than algorithms calculating it.
Oh yeah, that's no good, is it? No, it's too scientific at all. So but that's brilliant stuff. I agree. Are we ready for another track? Tony's just fiddling with some buttons and cables and stuff. Almost. So we'll ask another question then. So
okay, should be okay.
Yeah, good. Okay, try the mics quick.
1, 2.
Are we on?
We are.
Are we on? So we're going to have another song. So,
great. So
has this got accordion?
It does have accordion.
Dan and Joyce, listen closely.
Thank you.
Dan and Nicola.
Dan and Nicola, who I know well from Applause. Hello there.
Oh wow, fabulous.
And, we'll do a couple of songs that feature some more accordion. And this next one we're going to do, it's actually a Rod Stewart song.
Oh, good.
And I'd like to dedicate this to my mum. It's her birthday this week, Pauline, and
Pauline Cox,
she's a big Rod Stewart fan, and she's listening with my dad and my aunt and uncle, the Fullers, who are also Rod Stewart fans too.
Well, why not? Yeah, we feature Rod Stewart an awful lot on my in-concert show, because he's brilliant. But anyway, so what's the song called?
This is Young Turks.
Young Turks,
which
go
again,
for it.
We've never played before.
Oh, well, fabulous. Live music, you can't beat it, folks. Young Turks, we have 2 Young Turks playing it as well. Grant Cox and Emily Kay. Away you go.